Hi, welcome to Gail's Garden, Herbs and More 2. And we are going to be doing a part 2 on the gracefully aging over 60 or 70, in your older years. Would talk a little bit about your hair and your skin without chemicals, some tips and things that you can do. Let's give it a try. I think, too, that I am going to just talk about the hair this time and save the skin for part 3. So let's get into it. Now, there are different types of hennas, and a lot is going to have to do with your hair, your hair color. Some people can wear gray really, really well. I especially like gray with blue eyes. I think is beautiful. But a lot has to do with your skin complexion too. So and actually, I let mine turn gray, almost totally gray for a while. And when I had kind of a mixture, it was actually, I had mostly gray, but it was really pretty. But then it just got white, and I kind of looked like a witch or something, and I don't like that. So I went ahead and got some henna to cook, because henna is actually supposed to be good for your hair. Now, I can't say that this is the best that I'm showing you. It's just all I have at the moment. But you might experiment a little. Some are easier to use than other brands. Some you have to do a bunch of stuff. This one's really easy to use, but yeah, I'm still kind of experimenting a little. I don't really like, when I first put it on, it's dark brown, kind of, but there's almost a reddish tinge. I don't really like the reddish tinge that much, but as you go along, it fades into almost a brownish, reddish, I don't know. And it would probably depend what color your hair is too, as to how it fades and what it looks like. So you're going to have to experiment with that. I say henna because henna is supposed to be better for your hair, and there's not as many harmful chemicals in it and stuff as, like that. But I have something else that's probably even more important than that next. Okay, the henna we talked about is something you do on the outside, for the outside of your hair, but what you take inside your body makes a big difference on your hair too. Now, I cut my hair myself, and I just cut it, and it's a little bit, almost makes it look thinner. I think I cut too much in doing it. You have to experiment with the style you want and then the color you want, that type of thing. But inside your body, you need a lot of minerals for the hair. One of the best ones, I think, for the hair and nails is called a horsetail herb. Now, it's not a literal horsetail. This is actually a plant. And it has silica and a lot of good things in it for your hair. Also, stinging nettle. It's really good because it has calcium. It has all kinds of minerals. Stinging nettle does a lot of things, but I like all the minerals that I get from it. So I mix that with horsetail, and I also put in a little green tea, because green tea, it just has things in it that's, I'm not getting individually into what's in each of these herbs, that we'd be here all day. So I have to kind of do overviews on these things. If as you watch my videos, you'll pick up little tips about the individual herbs as we go along. I'm mainly showing how you use them. When I get on herbal things, a lot of times they tell you about the herbs and stuff, but they don't really give you examples of how to use it, when to use it, or anything. A lot of times they just say, oh, it's good for this, 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 and this, but they don't say how they personally use it a lot, not in depth. And I don't know. So I try to do that more, so people will know more how to use the herbs. You can have them, and if you don't really know how to use them, well, that doesn't do much good, huh? But anyway, not only that, but if you can cut back on sugars, try to eat a lot more leafy greens and vegetables, and if you can afford it, get grass-fed meats are much better for you. Whatever type you decide that you want. I use beef and chicken and, different poultries or whatever. Just get the cleanest that you can find. You may not be able to, the stuff's so expensive, whether it's grass-fed or not. It's getting crazy expensive. So do the best you can. But most of all, just try to stay away from processed meats like bologna and hot dogs. That's probably two of the worst things you can put in your body. And you need a good, healthy body to have good skin, good hair. And no matter what you do, you're going to age. I'm almost 70. Be there in a couple years, not far at all. So you are going to look old no matter what you do, but you can at least slow it down. Don't be so fast. Don't look like you're 65 when you're only 45, you know? And I have seen women that are 15 years younger than me look older than I am. But it's just because they haven't taken care of their health and their body a lot of times. I have been under tremendous amounts of stress throughout a great deal of my life. Stress is bad for you, but I have good herbs to fight the stress too. So that's another thing to think about. Try to keep the dead ends trimmed off your hair and keeping it healthy too. Um, it depends. There's ways to wear your hair so that it doesn't look um, if you have it long and straight next to your face, depending on the shape of your face, it's going to make you look drawn out and tired. Certain haircuts will look better for the shape of your face. You might talk to the person that cuts your hair or read a little bit more about that. I'm not going to go into depth on that. That's something you can look into, or I might talk more about later if anybody's interested. I'm not real into that. I know a little bit enough to do my own hair, but that'll give you something to think about too. Your haircut can make a big difference on how you look. And most of all, a big smile. A big smile, a joyful heart makes such a difference in how you appear to other people. They can look past all those wrinkles maybe if they see that joyful smile and heart that you carry. And the easiest way to have that, even when you're stressing and dealing with hard things, you can still have the joy of the Lord that shines forth